What's good, YouTube? It's your boy King Ted back with another video, man. This is a reaction video. Shout out to my boy Sac. I think that's his name. I don't know his full. I gotta go look. But he wanted me to react to not this song, not this. Same. It ain't even a song. He actually wanted me to react to this video right here about Swamp
Attention
Stories.
homeowners, can we use your home
we finna check it out, man.
to advertise one of our designer metal roofing styles? We need homes of all shapes and sizes to advertise our newest designer metal roofing styles. Click below this video to check if we need homes in your zip code.
Hopefully this is
It's
cool.
totally
I feel like
free
this would
to
be better
check.
than me putting
Unlike
my face
ugly
bigger and then the
traditional
video,
metal
like,
roofs
small.
that make your home look like a
So,
barn. Oink, oink.
Welcome back to another episode of Swamp Stories. This time we head back to Sacramento. But before we get into the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. We are going to cover the whole country one city at a time. So please DM me on Instagram with stories about your city or neighborhood. So let's get into it. People who aren't from the West Coast often confuse Sacramento and the Bay Area. And let me be clear, Sacramento is
all the way from Sac to the Bay. Let's get into it.
Definitely not the Bay Area. The Bay ends at Vallejo and there is no debating it. But in the Bay Area...
Hey, let me know in the comments what y'all believe is true, what y'all don't believe is true. You know what I'm saying? Because I know some people be like, man, don't watch Swamp Stories. You don't be telling... Hey, I don't know what the truth is, man. I'm just here to listen. If y'all ask me to react to it, I'm going to react to it. You know what I'm saying? He sound like he know a lot, though. So, I mean, I don't really know why y'all be tripping.
Sacramento is seen as our distant cousin that we don't really like. They're pretty much like the cousin that wears your hand-me-downs and maybe forgets to shower every once in a while. But the good thing about this cousin is that you know if worse comes to worse, you can always go sleep on their couch. But in all seriousness, there's a reason why Sacramento is perceived this way, and it dates back many decades. Back in the day, Sacramento was pretty much a retirement city. When Bay Area people wanted to buy big, cheap houses, they'd go to Sacramento. It was built as a suburban retirement city, and that's why many of the neighborhoods are spread out and look pretty decent. But in the mid-1980s, things began to change in Sacramento, and it all came down to a highway, US Interstate 5. Interstate 5 is a direct shot from Los Angeles up to Sacramento. During the era, and you know what era I'm talking about, the demand was high in Sacramento, but the supply, well, the
crack era, that's what he talking about.
There was very little of that, and anyone who understands economics will take advantage of this kind of market. Low supply and high demand means higher profits. What it really comes down to is that you can charge way more when you have less competition, and that's exactly what many people in LA were thinking. So these LA people decided to use the I-5 corridor as a business expansion, and man, it was lucrative. These guys were making all kinds of money, so much so that they decided to move to Sacramento and establish themselves there. So let me get off topic for a second. While I was making the story, I really thought to myself, why did society decide that these were bad people? And how was what they did any different than what entrepreneurs and companies do? Just because what they sold could be bad for you? I mean, that makes sense, but under that same logic, shouldn't we make Krispy Kreme illegal? Am I right or wrong for thinking this? Let me know in the comments.
I'm gonna be honest, you wrong, bro. I understand donuts and sugar and all of that stuff ain't good for you, but man, crack and stuff then killed a lot of people. Drugs ain't good for you like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Especially crack. You know what I'm saying? People out here selling fentanyl, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now.
Comments. But anyways, let's get back on track. The LA people originally settled in neighborhoods such as Oak Park and Del Paso Heights. That's why you always see them wearing red.
What? I ain't even know these. See, man, it's a lot of stuff I don't even be knowing. Yeah.
Their parents and grandparents were all LA Pyrus, but things in Sacramento were pretty chill because everyone was making money. Sure, you had disagreements and issues over profits and whatnot, but Sacramento didn't start making noise until the 1990s. The 1990s, this is when the Bay Area started getting really expensive. Silicon Valley's tech companies brought thousands of high earners to the area. This caused prices to go up all over the Bay. The Bay began to change. Cities like Oakland and San Francisco began losing local residents in huge numbers. Thousands of Oakland residents moved to Sacramento, and when they got there, they were more than confused. They thought that it would be a walk in the park, because remember, Bay Area residents thought that Sacramento was the soft suburbs. So these Oakland dudes brought their Oakland swag with them and began bumping heads with the guys from LA. So when it came down to it, Sacramento was pretty much LA versus Oakland. The styles were different. The LA guys were wearing Converse and khakis, while the Oakland dudes were a little more swagged out. South Sacramento pretty much became a mini Oakland. specifically the G Parkway neighborhood where CML is from. His parents were from Oakland and Mozzy's parents were from LA, so it makes sense that CML is tied in with Oakland and that Mozzy is tied in with YG. But that's not the topic of this video. I covered that in 2 previous episodes. In this video, we're going to
I think I watched one of those. Let me know if you want to watch that one.
cover a whole nother situation that Mozzy has going on. But before we get into it, let me run the intro.
Del Paso Heights, Mozzy, DC's, Dracos, FNs, shoot you in the head, leave you messed in.
Oak Park formed 2 names, FAB and Ridezilla. If you ever heard Mozzy say these in his songs, now you know what he's referring to. But Oak Park is literally the center of Sacramento. It's right between North Sac and South Sac, and that is by far their biggest disadvantage. Why is that a disadvantage, you might be wondering? Well, that's because they don't get along with either side. So in this video, we're just gonna focus on Oak Park and North Sacramento, because in reality, this rivalry is just as bad, if not worse, than the one with CML. North Sacramento has multiple sections, and the most known is Del Paso Heights, also known as the Heights. They might wear the same color as Oak Park, but that does not mean that they're allies at all. In fact, they are huge rivals. But that doesn't mean that Mozzy is rivals with the whole North. So let me break it down. Historically, the North has 2 sides, the Strawberry Manors and the Del Paso Heights. But once Oak Park and the Strawberry Manors began hanging out together, that's when they chose a side. Oak Park became rivals by association. So for the purpose of this video, we're gonna put Mozzy and the Manors together as one. And on the other side, the same exact thing happened. Del Paso Heights clicked up with South Sacramento, including CML's camp. So all this joining up together basically turned the city into 2 sides. But in order to paint the picture, let me introduce the key players on both of the sides. On the Mozzy side, obviously you have Mozzy, who sits in the throne. Then by his side you have his brother E-Mozzy and Selly Rue. Then you have his young homies called BOE, including the rapper BOE Sosa and BOE.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know BOE Sosa and all of them was like that. That's crazy. It seemed like Sacramento, or the Bay Area, however you want to put it, I don't even know what to call it at this point. It's like a real small place, but it's actually really huge and diverse. And you'd be surprised who's with who and who's not with who. Because I didn't know BOE Sosa and all of them was, you know what I'm saying, with Mozzy. It makes sense. I feel like I did see like them wearing Mozzy shirts, and then at the end of the video it said Mozzy and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? But
also in BOE, you have the 4 most important guys on Mozzy's side. These are the 4 guys that he can call when he needs things to be handled. And what I mean by that is, you know, they help his family run errands. No, I'm kidding. You know exactly.
Come on with this, man.
What I mean. The 4 guys are Red Paint Mava, Juju, K-Squeeze, and Haiti Faye. If you ever see these guys, make sure to be on your best behavior. You do not want to rub them the wrong way. Then you have the Oak Park recruits, such as the rapper SG Coney, who grew up in the suburbs of Elk Grove. Also, you have the rapper JoJo, who grew up in a nice neighborhood in Elk Grove.
That boy cold. See the game, just tough.
As well. Everyone is telling me that these guys were just good suburban kids who wanted to be a part of that life, so don't be fooled by the raps. Now let's go to the Del Paso.
Are you serious? See, like, that's the type of stuff I'm talking about. Is that true, you think? You know what I'm saying? Were they really from the suburbs, bro?
Nice neighborhood in Elk Grove as well. Everyone is telling me that these guys were just
that's what everybody telling him.
Good suburban kids who wanted to be a part of that life, so don't be fooled by the raps. Now let's go to the Del Paso Heights side. A rapper named D Steez sits in the throne for Del Paso Heights. He was a star football player with Division I offers, but when he got hit up, his life changed. D Steez is a boss, and you can tell by the way he carries himself. He, along with his little brother Dre Steez, are known for getting money in
RP Dre Steez. I know he not here no more, man. RP to him. Hey, this is really crazy, bro. Like, what the freak?
Sacramento. And with that money, they got features from Mo3 and FWC Big Key. Del Paso Heights also have another rapper named Lil Jody who has
RP Lil Jody, man.
A solid reputation as well. And just a reminder that they are close with the CML side of Sacramento, so it's really much bigger than just them. But enough of the information, now let's get into the story. It all started on November 13th, 2015.
Bro,
It's a sunny Friday afternoon, And Grant High School is the #1 football team in Sacramento and the #2 ranked in the whole Northern California. The star-studded team finished the regular season with only 1 loss. And on this Friday afternoon, they're getting ready to play their first playoff game, and the whole Sacramento is there to watch it. Many people are there to watch their star running back, #5, JJ Clavo. He's like a local celebrity in Del Paso Heights. Before the game, JJ would drive to the store to get some food with his teammates. He would drive back to the school to get ready for the game. But as soon as he got back, bam! The game would instantly be canceled and everyone would be in shock. That's because JJ was known to be a good kid and he had just taken the SAT. Sadly though, sometimes the people that you're around can unintentionally put you in a bad situation. You can see him in plenty pictures with his teammates and close friends Deesties and Draysties. Many would speculate what happened, but it would be a while before friends
in the picture though. That's crazy though.
Deesties and Draysties. Many would speculate what happened, but it would be a while before it was made official. In the meantime, King's star DeMarcus Cousins would cover the cost for JJ's family. He said that he used to attend Grant games because Del Paso Heights reminded him of back home in Mobile, Alabama. Cousins would also mention that he had met JJ before at one of his games. Well, the playoff game would be moved to the following Monday, and that's where every football team in Sacramento would come support.
That's what's up.
These young men are coming out celebrating my son, and I am grateful, I'm appreciative, and I think it's glorious. My son, who's all about shining, he was a show-off, he was a bragger, he was all for the glory and into himself, and we just gave him that homecoming, right? I got my family.
That's crazy,
all
bro.
these people here supporting me, all these children here supporting me, the pastors and the ministers of the community here supporting me.
And I understand he ain't with the wrong people, but still, bro, like that don't mean he just killed
stands. I have people that I don't know, people that I do know. I feel great.
Sorry for your loss. Coming to school this morning, it was tough. We saw JJ, all the candles and stuff. It broke me down, but I talked to my team. I told him before the game, we all got to be strong. That's what JJ wants. We got to win the state for JJ. So it started today.
The emotional game would be in Grant's favor as they would win 35-0.
Yes, sir, Ski. That's what y'all got to do. Yes, sir. Need it. That's what's up, bro. Because I was kind of nervous that they was going to end up probably losing. But, you know, it would have made sense, like, you know what I'm saying? That's a tough man, your teammate, bro. Especially if that's a real team. Because I ain't gonna lie, football is a brotherhood, man. I don't care who on the team.
You think JJ would be proud?
Yeah,
he would be proud. He's well missed. Trust me.
JJ would be proud. He'll be proud that we came through. We came through. We won the game for JJ. We gonna win state for JJ. So
that's what's up.
We'll be happy.
We love you, JJ.
More good news would come a few months later, February 19th, 2016. A Strawberry Manor teen named Kemonte Lindsay would go down for it, but Kemonte's mother would speak in his defense despite clear evidence of it being him.
I believe that my grandson is innocent, and when they find the presumed whomever,
the kid killed him, bro?
I believe
and he played football too?
I can now advocate and be aware and give parents tools and things that I missed with my son. And Clavo's son, JJ, he's portrayed as just a football player. He was involved in streets and I discovered my son was as well, which I was not aware of. So we can know our kids could be one way in front of us and still be involved in things that we're unaware of. So we all need to pay more attention to our kids and be involved in things, check their phones, just be more in their business.
Today, is there anything else that you want to add to have your side heard?
I just wish that my main concern is that people are one-sided with this and they only know one side and they only hear one side. And
would pass and Kemonte would only get 3 years, and he will get out next year with a clean slate. JJ's mother, who has a doctorate degree in psychology, would not be pleased by this, but her strength would allow her to see the bigger picture and help her community out going forward. Despite her efforts though, things continued to occur in North Sacramento. June 7th, 2020. Del Paso Heights rapper Lil Jody would be in South Sac at a house party. This was something he was known to attend, but this time he goes outside, bang. Del Paso Heights along with South Sacramento would not take this lightly. Just 2 days later, they would find Mozzy's friend K-Squeeze. Bang.
I thought I heard that he.
K-Squeeze was a popular rapper in the Oak Park group called the Babyface Twins. And oddly enough, after this, Stockton rapper EBK Young Jock is seen making fun of K-Squeeze.
Don't play. Damn.
And then CML would do the same thing in his song Where's Waldo 2. All of this would make Oak Park's Juju really upset.
I reacted to one of his
May
songs,
23rd, 2021. D-Steez's younger brother Dre Steez would go on Instagram Live with Juju. Remember that I said Juju is one of the guys you want to be nice to? Yeah, that's the guy. Well, I guess Dre Steez owed him $5,000 and they would go back and forth on live.
Right? Listen, you said you were sending me 5,000. He said he didn't.
If he tell the truth. If he tell the truth, he didn't tell the truth. He didn't tell the truth. He didn't tell the truth. On 3700, he didn't tell the truth. He's whooping.
Talk to you, no more. I just need to know if he was going to send my 5,000. He not sending it. He broke. He just spent all his money on T. He said he spent all his money on T. All his money. 5,000 not nothing. 5 ain't nothing, so why you can't give it up?
See, I don't got cash. Fleecies, K-Squeezes, all them is Brandon Tween.
You ain't ran into
out. I just found out about you 75 minutes ago. I don't know you.
4 hours later, Dre Steez would be at a house in the suburbs of North Natomas. He would go outside to his car and bang. September 16th, 2021. Oak Park rapper Red Paint Mava would be driving down Fruit Ridge in South Sacramento. And for those who don't know, this is the neighborhood that Briss is from. Bam. Red Paint Mava was another one of those guys that I mentioned was key to the Mozzy side. And with K-Squeeze gone, that made this one even bigger. And on top of this, the Mozzy side would get some bad news a few months later. January 4th, 2022. Juju would go down for what happened to the rapper Lil Jody. So that means that only Haiti Faye is left on the Mozzy side. 3 of the main 4 are now absent. Man oh man, if you ever thought my last Sacramento video couldn't get any crazier, I think I proved you wrong on this one. This whole situation is sad all around, and at this point, we can only hope for peace in the future. There is so much talent in California, but it seems that we lose so many rappers every year to this kind of stuff. And on that note, long live Draco the Ruler, and oh yeah, I was happy to see the Raiders beat San Diego this past week. If you know, you know. Also, it was nice to see the Niners beat LA too. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and make sure to leave a like and subscribe.
Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, stay safe, stay blessed, man. We out, man. Peace, appreciate all love and all support, man.